The story begins with a flash of fire and blood. Young Coriolanus Snow and his cousin Tigris are fleeing from the horrors of the war that has torn Panem apart. They hide in the shadows, witnessing a gruesome sight, a man feasting on human flesh. They rush back to their home, only to receive more bad news. Their grandmother tells them that their father, General Crassus Snow, has fallen in battle and that the fate of their family rests on Coriolanus' shoulders. 13 years have passed, but the scars of the war remain. Coriolanus lives with Tigris and Grandma M, clinging to the hope of restoring their glory. They are preparing for the 10th annual Hunger Games, a brutal spectacle where children from the districts fight to the death for the amusement of the capital. Coriolanus has been chosen to be a mentor to one of the tributes. He meets the other mentors, including Sejanus Plinth, a rich boy who despises the games. They are greeted by Dr. Volumnia Gall, the twisted head game maker who oversees the carnage. She introduces Dean Casca Highbottom, the inventor of the Hunger Games. He tells the mentors that their job is to make their tributes entertaining, not victorious. The reaping ceremony begins, and Coriolanus is assigned to District 12, the poorest and most despised of all. His tribute is Lucy Gray Baird, a girl who catches his eye with her daring act. She slips a snake into the blouse of Mayfair Lip, the mayor's daughter who insulted her. Lucy Gray is dragged to the stage, where the mayor slaps her for her offense. But Lucy Gray does not cower. She stands up and sings a song of defiance, stirring the emotions of the crowd and the mentors. Coriolanus feels a spark of curiosity. As the tributes are loaded into a truck, Coriolanus sneaks on board to talk to Lucy Gray. The other tributes, especially a savage one named Reaper, threaten to kill him, but he reminds them that they will face a worse fate if they do. He tries to win Lucy Gray's trust, hoping to use his skills to make her the champion of the games. The tributes are locked in a zoo. Coriolanus chats with Lucy Gray and shares some food with her. He learns that she belongs to a group of singers in District 12 called Coveys. She also charms the camera crew, led by the charismatic interviewer Lucretius Flickeran. Meanwhile, another tribute, Brandy, snaps and attacks her mentor Arachne Crane, who was mocking her with a bottle. Brandy breaks the bottle and slits Arachne's throat, causing the peacekeepers to shoot her dead. Coriolanus has an idea to improve the games. He suggests that the mentors send supplies to the tributes during the games, using donations from the viewers. He goes to pitch his idea to Gall, but he is betrayed by his supposed friend Clemencia Dovecot, who takes credit for it. Gall tests her claim by throwing the proposal into a tank of snakes that she has been breeding, saying that they only bite strangers. She makes Clemencia reach for the proposal, but she is bitten and poisoned. She is given an antidote and taken away. Gall knows that Coriolanus is the real author and approves his idea. Coriolanus joins Lucy Gray and the other mentors and tributes to a tour of the arena where the games will take place. Suddenly, a series of explosions rock the place as rebels launch a bombing attack. Many mentors and tributes are killed, but Lucy Gray saves Coriolanus from being crushed by debris. He feels a surge of gratitude and admiration for her. He decides to give her a gift, his mother's compact mirror, which he has filled with rat poison. The surviving tributes are taken to the arena for the final showdown. The mentors watch from their base, along with the rest of the world. The games begin, and the bloodshed starts. Coral, a fierce girl, leads the charge, killing the weaker tributes one by one. Lucy Gray avoids the carnage and seeks refuge with Jessup, her district partner, who was infected by a bat bite on the train. Gall approves Coriolanus' idea of sending supplies to the tributes, hoping to boost the ratings. At night, Sejanus sneaks into the arena to pay his respects to Marcus, his tribute and friend from school. Gall orders Coriolanus to bring him back. They are attacked by Tanner, a ruthless tribute, but Coriolanus fights him off and kills him. The cameras miss the scene, and Coriolanus escapes unpunished. The games go on, and Coral and her allies hunt down another girl, Lamina. Jessup loses his mind from the bat bite and turns on Lucy Gray. Coriolanus sends a drone with water to the arena, hoping to help Lucy Gray. The water bottle hits Jessup and scares him, making him fall to his death. Lucy Gray grieves for her friend. The other tributes close in on her, but Coriolanus sends more water drones to create chaos and help Lucy Gray escape. Suddenly, Gall interrupts the games with a shocking announcement. Felix Ravenstill, the son of the president of the capital, has been killed by a rebel bomb. In retaliation, Gall decides to kill all the remaining tributes. She plans to unleash her snake vet into the arena, but Coriolanus sneaks into her lab and sabotages her plan. He puts his father's handkerchief into the vat, which has Lucy Gray's sin on it. Lucy Gray hides from the other tributes. She finds the last intact water bottle and puts rat poison in it, hoping to poison someone like Coral. But the bottle is taken by Dill, a small girl, who drinks it and dies. Lucy Gray watches in horror and regret. Reaper, a savage tribute, finds Dill's body and mourns her. He gathers the bodies of the fallen tributes and covers them with the capital flag as a sign of defiance. Lucy Gray crawls into the vents, where Coral and her remaining partners search for her. Lucy Gray sprinkles some of the rat poison into the vents, killing one of them, Treach. She gets out of the vents, just as the snake vat arrives and breaks open, releasing a swarm of snakes into the arena. The snakes kill the rest of the tributes, except for Reaper, who accepts his death with dignity. Coral tries to kill Lucy Gray one last time, but she dies, cursing Lucy Gray for ruining her victory. Lucy Gray is the only one left alive. She sings a song of triumph as the snakes circle around her but do not harm her. Gaul refuses to crown her as the winner, but the viewers, including the other mentors, demand her victory. Lucy Gray is declared the winner of the Hunger Games. After the win, Coriolanus is summoned by Highbottom, who discovered his cheating with the rat poison and the handkerchief. He reminds him that cheating is a serious offense and sentences him to exile in the districts as a peacekeeper for the next 20 years. Coriolanus begins his new life as a peacekeeper with Sejanus. He bribes his way to District 12, hoping to find Lucy Gray. He is overjoyed to see her singing with the Covey at the Hob, a shady bar. She is glad to see him too. She sings The Hanging Tree after witnessing a tragic execution in the town square, where a woman ran to her lover's arms before he was hanged. Coriolanus and Lucy Gray grow closer, falling in love and spending time together. She shows him the jabberjays, birds that can mimic human voices. She also shows him a Sagittaria flower, also known as Katniss. Coriolanus sees Sejanus talking to some rebels, learning that he wants to help them flee to the north. He records the conversation and plays it back to a mockingjay, a hybrid of a jabberjay and a songbird. He sends the mockingjay to Gaul. One night at the Hob, Coriolanus finds Lucy Gray and Sejanus with Lucy Gray's ex-boyfriend Billy Taupe, and Mayfair and Spruce, Sejanus's friends. They are planning to escape, but Mayfair threatens to expose them, using her connections like she did to get Lucy Gray into the reaping, since she and Billy were dating. Coriolanus shoots Mayfair dead, and Spruce kills Billy when he tries to fight back. Coriolanus tries to calm Lucy Gray, who is terrified. He tries to get rid of the guns. Later, Spruce is captured and accused of killing Mayfair and Billy. Sejanus is also arrested after Gaul hears Coriolanus' message. Sejanus begs Coriolanus for help, but he and Spruce are hanged. Coriolanus decides to run away with Lucy Gray to the north, but he hints that he had something to do with Sejanus' death. They stop at a hut as it starts to rain. Lucy Gray tells Coriolanus that she is going to pick some flowers. When Coriolanus looks for her, he can't find her. He sees her shawl and reaches for it, but a snake bites him. He thinks he sees Lucy Gray running and shoots at her, but she vanishes. He hears the mockingjays singing her song, and he loses his mind. He fires his gun randomly. Before he gives up and goes back to his quarters, he throws away the guns he used to kill Mayfair and Billy. Coriolanus resumes his duties, expecting to be transferred to District 2, but his commander tells him that there has been a change of plans. Coriolanus is sent back to the capital, where he has been accepted to the university, thanks to Sejanus' parents, who don't know that Coriolanus betrayed their son. Coriolanus meets with Highbottom, who tells him that Lucy Gray's fate is unknown, since her body was never found. She either died alone or escaped. Highbottom also tells Coriolanus that he came up with the idea of the Hunger Games as a joke with Coriolanus' father when they were drunk. He never meant for it to become real, and it torments him every day. After Coriolanus leaves, Highbottom drinks a glass of wine, which Coriolanus has poisoned. Coriolanus then meets with Gaul, who asks him what the Hunger Games mean to him. He says that he used to see them as a punishment for the rebels, but his experience has changed his perspective. Gaul then prepares to make Coriolanus a game maker, saying that his impact on this year's games will shape the future. Coriolanus then walks to the city square, looking at the statue in the center. Before the credits roll, the voice of the old President Snow says, "It's the things we love the most that destroy us."